Explore a detailed summary of a landmark Supreme Court judgment where the court overturned a High Court decision that mandated a Ph.D. as a qualification for the post of principal in polytechnic colleges. This video breaks down the case background, legal arguments, and the Supreme Court's insightful analysis and final decision. Understand the implications of this ruling and how it impacts the criteria for appointing principals in technical institutions. Delivered by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde and Justices B.R. Gavai and Surya Kant on 18 February 2020. Tune in for a concise breakdown of this pivotal legal battle. This voice record is strictly for legal awareness and education purpose only. Information source: https://main.sci.gov.in/. Reportable in the Supreme Court of India Civil Appellate Jurisdiction Civil Appeal No. 1667 of 2020 Judgment. Here's a summarized version of the Supreme Court judgment in bullet points. Case background: the appellants challenged a High Court order that had ruled in favor of Respondent No. 1, Dr. Surendra Kumar Singh, declaring Ph.D. an essential qualification for the post of principal at polytechnic colleges, thereby quashing the appellants' appointments. Respondent No. 1's standpoint argued that his non-selection violated fundamental rights and the promotion process contravened the AICTE regulations of 2010, which he claimed mandated a Ph.D. for the post of principal. High Court ruling supported Respondent No. 1 stating that the AICTE regulations were binding and the Chhattisgarh rules of 2014, which allowed candidates without Ph.D. to be appointed as principals, were illegal. Supreme Court's analysis examined whether Ph.D. was indeed mandatory under the 2010 AICTE regulations. Noted the regulations allowed for appointment of principals with or without a Ph.D., suggesting flexibility rather than a strict requirement. Observed that treating Ph.D. as mandatory would unduly restrict the applicant pool and was not the intent of the AICTE regulations. Highlighted that any interpretation should not retrospectively affect the vested rights of individuals appointed under the previous understanding of the rules. Supreme Court's decision overturned the High Court's decision, allowing the appeal. Held that the appointments of the appellants as principals should remain undisturbed as they met the eligibility criteria under the AICTE regulations and the Chhattisgarh rules of 2014. Dismissed Respondent No. 1's writ petition challenging the promotions without costs. Date and panel: judgment delivered by a bench comprising Chief Justice S.A. Bobde, Justice B.R. Gavai, and Justice Surya Kant. Dated 18 February 2020. Discover the crucial details of a Supreme Court judgment that reversed a previous decision requiring a Ph.D. for the post of principal in polytechnic colleges. In this video, we dive into the case background, key legal arguments, the Supreme Court's analysis, and its transformative decision. Find out how this ruling shapes the qualifications for educational leadership roles. Delivered by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde and Justices B.R. Gavai and Surya Kant on 18 February 2020. If you find this summary informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more insightful legal breakdowns.